It's about time for another Brian Reacts video. And I don't know why I'm late on this, man. This is kind of pissing me off, how I'm just looking at this right now. But this is from one of my competitors, Ion Capital. Actually, somebody in this space that I actually have a respect for. This gentleman, Mr. Ion Capital, I've never taken his course, full transparency, but I have spoken to this gentleman. And the only beef I guess I have with Mr. Ion Capital is he generally does not work with startups. He has a great program as far as a broker training program, but he doesn't work with startups. And as you guys know, I totally believe in being very diverse in your business program offerings, which means you have to offer the 3 paths of lending. But other than that, I never really talked anything about him. I love his videos, and he's pretty straightforward, really cool, calm guy. But check out the title to this video. Become a business loan broker. Business blueprints are not what you think they are. Okay, so, of course, I had to be petty. Petty B is back. I haven't recorded nothing petty in this new studio of mine. And I'm you know what? We're not even going to mention who he's talking about. Okay, we're not going to mention who he's talking about. We're going to act like we don't know. Let's just watch the video. And I'm not even going to say the name. Okay? We're just going to act like we don't know what he's talking about. So let's see what he has to say.
Hi everyone, Ryan here, Ion Capital Solutions. I want to talk to the people that have purchased a blueprint and it's not working.
Let's watch this
You
T.
feel like you're lost at sea without a paddle, trying to figure out where to go. You built a business, it's not functioning as you thought it would. Perhaps you purchased one of our competitors' programs.
What? Our competitor's program.
Getting the results you were hoping for. I can definitely shine some light on the reasons why, and that's the topic for today's video. So stick around, let's dig in. Okay, so I'm just going to come right out and say it. Blueprint programs don't work.
Uh-oh.
They do not.
Uh-oh. Why don't they work? Why don't they blue? And what are you talking about, Ryan? Okay? Uh-oh.
You're being led towards a house of cards, okay? Simply trying to build and establish a business without experience or the support and guidance of a mentor, it's just flat out not going to work.
Absolutely.
It's not. If I wanted to build a hospital, right? I'm not a doctor, I know nothing about
Can't just watch videos.
healthcare whatsoever, but I want a hospital. I don't just go and buy the real estate and buy a bunch of pharmaceuticals and buy a bunch of surgical equipment, get a bunch of sick people to show up and line up around the corner, and now, congratulations, I own a hospital, I'm a surgeon, I'm a doctor, I have the whole industry worked out. It just doesn't work like that.
And to double down on that, something that I always share with my clients. So, right, I'm glad. I'm gonna drop a comment on this video again. Petty B is back. If y'all don't like Petty B, dislike the video. I don't care what you do, but Petty B is back. We're gonna continue exposing some of the scammers out there. And again, I don't know what he's talking about. We don't know what he's talking about, but I'm so glad you have made a video about this topic. But I always say that there's absolutely no way that you can just watch videos and learn how to do this. And I even break it down. I dumb it down as to think about riding a bike. There's absolutely no way you can watch videos on how to ride a bike and then just get on your bike and just do it without actually practicing and to some degree having somebody that has some experience kind of guide you through it. And this is riding a bike. It's not just you might be able to do it. You can fall down a couple of times, but it's just not really possible. You have to have somebody that has done it before guide you. Let me give you an example. So when I was trying to learn how to ride my motorcycle, I'm always the type to think that, hey, I just gonna watch videos about it because I've learned a lot of things just through, trial and error and failing a lot. But even riding my motorcycle, I had to call somebody that was experienced in riding a motorcycle and to make me feel comfortable, to get rid of that, just that fear of you not doing what's right, even though you know what's right. Somebody wise enough to be able to guide you and, give you that confidence, instill the confidence, I should say. Even if you know what to do, sometimes you need somebody to instill that confidence. But let me go ahead and let Mr. Ryan speak.
You need to work in the industry alongside the professionals to learn the intricacies surrounding the profession. before you ever try and build a business.
Facts.
If you wanted to be a professional baseball player, you don't purchase a bat, a ball, and a glove, lay 3 plates down on the grass, right? Run around the bases to the home plate. Now, congratulations, you're a professional baseball player. It doesn't work like that. A blueprint only gets you so far. And how do you even know that blueprint is a working blueprint? Are the people selling you that blueprint actively working in the marketplace?
Oh my gosh, he said it. I didn't. Okay. I didn't. How do you know that blueprint is an actual blueprint? Are those people actually working in the business? Okay. And if they're not, they're out of touch with the industry. I would say I am actively closing loans. But let's go ahead.
Or are they just selling blueprints? Right? And so that's what you have to understand. So before you ever try and build a business, gather experience in the industry.
Facts.
With those that are active making money. Then you'll have the experience and the knowledge to be able to achieve success in that industry, let alone open up your own business. Okay? Very important. I want to make that crystal clear. You see, when you buy a blueprint, you're missing a very, very valuable piece. And that's how the business actually works. Right? If you want to be a loan broker, you don't just set up a website, run a basic ad on Google or on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you want to do it, Craigslist, sign up with a couple lenders, and then just find some interested parties and forward to the lender. That's not being a loan broker. It's not how it works.
That's being a hypocrite. That's basically what that is. I've mentioned this thoroughly, and this is why even our program, I always say, you want to start off as an agent before you navigate and actually start running your own agency, because you just don't know. By the way, if you don't know, this video is brought to you by Pennington Consulting Group, where we always say our goal is to help you reach your goals. So if you're looking for some funding, if you're a business, if you're looking to start, grow, or even expand your business, or in need of some funding, you want to go ahead and click the link in the description below and visit us at Pennington Consulting Group. In addition to that, if you're looking to start your own business loan agency, this program is also brought to you by Broker Solutions Academy. And what we do is we help loan brokers and understand and simplify the various funding products that are available in the marketplace so they can properly serve their clients, stop the endless confusion and self-defeating pointless rat race they're currently in, and grow their business while maximizing profits by teaching them how to become a real business loan broker, not just a glorified referral partner. So definitely there's going to be a link in the description. We've worked all year long to really package this program, and it's the most comprehensive loan broker training there is. Guaranteed you're going to be successful, especially if you're going to be having me as your coach. Okay, so definitely want to check the links in the description. In addition to that, if you're interested in some of our media services, we offer YouTube editing services. I have my team. You see how great these videos are. Come on. Okay, you look at our website. You look how good those websites are. And look at your website, okay? So if you're interested in having us work on your website, if you're interested in having us work on your YouTube, or even get your social media game just right, you want to go ahead and reach out to us. There's going to be a link in the description on how we can partner up together to help you grow your social media presence, your web presence, so you can position yourself for success, as I always say. So anyway, and that's how our program is set up. The main thing he's addressing is, I personally purchased this blueprint thing that he's mentioning. We're not going to talk about it, but he's absolutely right. There was never any assistance given. There was never a call, reach out. It was just literally just to sell the course. And in essence, you just become a slave for the man. The promise does not, what you bought does not even meet the promise. He doesn't teach you anything at all. It's really crazy. It fluffs you with all these hooray, hooray, hooray. Look at this person that made so much money. And hopefully I don't get this petty. I have spoken to people, some of his executives that work there, and they've shared some experiences with, we're not going to get that petty, but this stuff does not work. And I hope this gentleman stops selling this crap sometime soon, because he's hurting a lot of people and ruining our industry. One thing that Ryan mentioned here is lenders. It's getting even challenging to sign up with these lenders. It used to be a time lenders were begging. They had an ISO department that were just reaching out to people. Hey, send us business. We'll get you signed up. Now you got to take an IQ test, send your blood test to become an affiliate. Even me, myself, after 15 plus years in the industry, I am getting some time signing up with some of the new lenders because of what this person has done to the industry, in my opinion, in my humblest opinion. Putting a lot of these quote unquote business loan brokers, and they're not brokers, they're just literally glorified referral partners. And I don't blame him necessarily, but I blame this individual by being so thirsty and putting a product out there that he himself doesn't even believe in.
Works. And so actually understanding how to be a loan broker, how to analyze financials, analyze assets, understand the lender, their underwriting process.
Oh my gosh, Ryan, I hate that I'm cutting you off so much, man. Facts. Understanding financials, basically, you gotta learn how to read a bank statement. You gotta learn how to read a credit report. You gotta learn how to read a personal financial statement. You gotta know what a schedule of real estate owned is. These are things that you gotta know. You gotta know how to, what a monthly balance sheet is, what a year to date profit or loss statement is. You have to actually have an idea of how to read it. I still don't know how to read corporate tax returns. You don't have to be that thorough with it, but you should know at least to get some of the numbers that you need to be aware of. But a corporate tax return is kind of very extensive, but
calculate affordability for yourself, understand the resale of assets that secure loans in the case of default. If you don't understand these things, you're never going to be able to identify a fundable deal from a deal that won't fund. Right? So you're spinning your wheels and your partner lender's wheels, on bad data.
And to be honest, I used to be that guy. That's why I had to learn this stuff myself. I was the guy that used to just send a bunch of shit and hopefully something sticks. Because I didn't, even with my background coming from a mortgage broker, I didn't really understood the business side of things because it's completely different. Understanding how an FHA product works is really simple. You have to have 580, 620 credit score. You have to be at least 2 years in your profession or it's the same career. There's a debt to income ratio it was very basic. But on the business side, it's so weird. There's so many different moving pieces. So me, myself, I used to send a bunch of things and like he said, spin the wheels. And you have, some lenders that will get pissed off at you, that they wouldn't even look at your files until you have a full package because they know you're sending bullshit all the time, that you're not doing your own due diligence on these files. That's what a real business loan broker does. You do your own due diligence. So when you submit a file, unless it's something that you didn't see, it should be a sure win. Damn near 90% that file should be able to go through. Okay?
Right? So that's not sexy. That's not going to be explained to you from the blueprint salesperson. They don't want to talk to you about the difficulties because.
And this is one thing, I'm gonna let this man speak. This is one of the things that I appreciate about him. When I started doing my research in this industry, I spoke with, I bought the Business Lending Blueprint. I spoke with Commercial Capital Training Group. They're the one that are selling the program for like 20 grand out. I just knew that wasn't the right for me. It's very old school way of thinking. This Commercial Capital Training Group, they're more so focused on teaching you how to do like, commercial capital, SBA loans, and very traditional type of financing. They don't really get into the creative side of financing. What the heck happened to this website? I guess he's going out of business too. Phil Duche, nothing negative to say about him, but yes, he absolutely is not up to date with some of his trainings. This site has been stepped for what happened to Phil Duche? And Phil is an old guy. This guy's been around for years and years and years, and he's just kind of stuck in his own way. Where the heck is he at? I don't even see a picture of him. And then I also looked at, Chris Rogrielli, this guy, and what, right now is sitting down in the feds, but Chris Rogrielli wasn't in. Commercial Capital Training Group. This is another guy, and him, it was even more just a bunch of BS. It's ridiculous. Next, you know what? Let me go ahead and talk to them. So one thing I like about him is he's very honest. He set the right expectations with the borrowers. He's very transparent. Even when I had a conversation with him, I told him, "Hey, do you work with startups?" He said, "Yo, we." His exact words was, "We run away from them like a plague." And I think that's just because of his lack of knowledge when it comes to credit card stacking, and even the delivery of credit card stacking is a bit strange. So, I don't blame him for that, but he is. I don't have anything wrong. I asked him if I could join his program, and he said, as a competitor, I wouldn't feel okay with that, which I respected him. But from the content that I've seen, I really like Ryan. Ryan, if you're watching this, shout out to what you do. Hopefully you can open your horizons one day and start offering credit card stacking or some type of financing to startups, because that's a huge market that you're missing. But as far as his course, this is somebody that I can say has a pretty thorough course. I haven't taken it myself, but I can tell from what he teaches and some of the things that he talks about, he actually talks about relevant things that is going on in the industry. His teachings are relevant. I can relate to what he's talking about. He is in the mix. If somebody is talking about, let's just say the gym or a particular topic that you do every single day, and they're making sense. Some of the things that they're saying applies to what they do. They're not just fluffing you up. If you watch Oz, okay, and his videos, it's a bunch of fluff. It's a bunch of bullshit. It really is. It's just fluffing you the whole way. But
so what you have to understand there are four pillars, that really hold the house up. If you don't want that house of cards, you have to structure your foundation based on realistic expectations and an understanding of how the business works.
Facts.
Business loan brokering, it begins with products. You don't just want to offer a niche product. You certainly don't want to just focus on merchant cash advance, toxic products that hurt businesses.
Facts. See what I'm saying? This is why I like him. This is why I like him. So does he offer merchant cash? I'm pretty sure he does. Okay, I offer merchant cash advance as well, but I'm very honest with my borrowers. Products. Again, I agree with everything that he has on here. The products, we go into the three parts of lending. The marketing side of it, I was very weak on it. And we're actually developing a way. There's a video that I just dropped. You're probably going to see it somewhere around here. I just dropped it today. That talks about the different ways that we're helping people actually market their business and get leads coming in without spending that much money on paid ads and things like that. So number 3, qualification. The most robust. This is where I want to challenge you, Ryan. Okay, I challenge, I don't know your qualification criteria, but I challenge you with my CCP, client credit profile. I challenge you with the different formulas that I created on how we pre-qualify a client. This guy is not a used car salesman. He's not just sending a bunch of shit and hopefully something sticks. He knows what the hell he's talking about. And then the underwriting, that's a little bit of what we do here when we're talking about the compliance. Once a client comes in, they fill out their agreement. We actually still do a little bit of a compliance. We look at the LLC, we'll look at the documents, we'll make sure all the addresses matches. We do the calculation of the bank statements to make sure everything looks good. We do it all.
Okay? You want to understand the whole of the marketplace. You need to know what you're up against. If you are in fact niche, you need to know what other products are out there and whether or not they're advantageous to your customers and what your customers' needs are, whether or not those products are being offered to them, because they likely are. And so it's important that you have full capability, and if not full capability, at least full understanding
Facts.
of what you're up against. For instance, why would a distressed business take a 45% interest loan with a daily payment when they can leverage existing real estate and cash out of equity?
Facts. Mic drop. Mic drop. You know why, Ryan? Because that broker came from business lending bullshit, and they were just told to sell that MCA because they're getting 10, 15, even 18% commission on that loan, and they don't care about the long-term value of that client. They don't care about the long-term relationship. They care about their commission. They don't care about the value that they're bringing into the marketplace. That they don't care about none of that. That's all irrelevant. That's why they're doing that, because that broker doesn't understand the 3 parts of lending. That broker doesn't understand all these other products. As he said, stop being so niche-based. It's you cannot be niche-based as a business loan broker. It just doesn't work like that. Okay? So, facts, man. This is what I'm trying to say. This guy knows what he's talking about.
At a very low interest rate. It's night and day the difference in the repayment schedule and the term and the interest. But if you're not aware of even how to do that, you don't even know what you're up against. You can't understand why your deal's not funding. It's not funding because you're not an expert consultant, right? You need to
You're a glorified referral partner.
understand how it's very, very, very competitive.
Facts, man. I'm having challenges with that right now. You know, I always say I'm going to be very transparent with you, everybody that's on here. I've been spending $50 a day, $100 a day trying to advertise my broker course on Facebook ads, and it's just not working. You know, I'm working with a team right now. They keep talking about optimizing your ad. What the hell does that mean? You know, and those things, you have to throw a lot of money at it is what I'm trying to get before you get a little bit of traction. You know, Facebook, I guess whenever it was new, it was like the holy grail. But right now, Facebook knows that they have a lot of people, a lot of businesses, you know, just on the hook. And especially with our current market, you know, these leads are very, very expensive. There's a review that I did with an SEO expert, one of my students, and he talks about how much every click costs. Because we make high commissions on these products. You know, like a commercial loan click probably costs like $200 from an SEO standpoint, but we can make potentially $30,000, $50,000 for that, you know, on that specific product. But, you know, going paid ads immediately as you're coming in, it's very, very challenging. You got to have some deep pockets in order to do that. So, facts, again, you know, this is not the stuff you're going to get when you watch Mr. Business Lending bullshit, man. Okay, I need to stop cursing. Somebody told me that I need to stop. I'm gonna start working on myself, y'all. Okay, like what Steve Harvey said. You see, I got my little Steve Harvey mic. He ain't through with me yet. Okay, so y'all need to pray for me. Okay, don't worry about that. I'm gonna stop cursing so much.
There's no exclusivity on your files, on your deals. You're reaching out cold to somebody who's being reached out to 1,000 times over, whose phone is ringing off the hook.
Facts.
Stop. Right? You see ad after ad after ad. They're not paying attention. Right? That's not what you want. And it's really expensive. You're just starting out. You don't have money to spend on these things and trial and error for 6 months or a year to figure out what works for you so that you can finally see a return on investment of that investment, right? So understanding how to properly go to market in an effective way that's cost efficient or free, which, by the way, is exactly what we teach you here at ION, right? But two pieces that are missing from any blueprint you go out and try and buy as far as business loan brokering is concerned is qualification and underwriting.
Ooh.
You won't be taught these things.
Ooh.
Instead, you will be told to simply submit the data to the lender.
Ooh. Ryan, Ryan, come on, man. All right. You will not be taught these things. There is no formula. Now, Ryan, I do think my 3 paths to lending formula kicks your formula's ass. I don't know what your formula is, but I know you got something. But he's absolutely right. You know, you just be told submit this stuff to the lender. Don't worry about it. Well, what's the FICO score? Don't worry. I've had students coming from that course that we're not going to mention say this, that they don't know. They just are told to go get business owners that needs money. And then they're just so oblivious. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's annoying. It diminishes my profession, you know, and Ryan, amen.
They want money, forward that to the lender. There's the 3 months bank statements, the application, forward to the lender. That's not how it works. And that's why the vast majority of your deals aren't funding if you're active doing this and you're frustrated and don't understand why that's happening. It's because you don't understand the difference between a fundable deal and a deal that's not funding. Right? And it's no fault of your own. It's just if you have purchased that blueprint, you're only operating within the limitations of that blueprint.
Talk that stuff, Brian.
Bits of information. So when you talk to a client and you qualify them as an individual, as a business owner, and qualify their income, their financials, their assets, if you don't understand the difference between deposits, wires, and fraud, right? If you don't know what restrictions the lenders are looking at, not just the industry type, but what they want to see or not see in financials, if you don't know how to uncover these things and read these documents, if you don't understand the resellability of assets in the case of default, when you have a loan secured by an asset, whether it's real estate.
I love it, Ryan. I always say, as a broker, you need to understand two things and two things only. Lenders want to know how the hell you're going to pay it back and what the hell is going to happen when you don't pay this back. That's the only two things you have to justify in order for you to get qualified for a loan. You have to understand how the underwriters think. How the hell are you going to pay this back? They look at credit, income, and assets. There's only three things. What the hell is going to happen if you don't pay this back? Again, credit, income, and assets. If you got credit-based products, they're going to ruin your credit. Revenue-based products, they can go after the money, file UCC, all kind of stuff that they can go after. Asset-based product, they can repossess the asset and sell it, and this comes into play when it comes to pre-qualifying and understanding how the lender is looking at the deal, because that's all they care about. Hopefully this is making sense. And hopefully I liking the new Petty Brian video, okay? Because this is, let me go ahead.
Vehicles, equipment. Just because somebody has millions of dollars worth of assets and they want to secure a loan against those assets doesn't mean that the lender is interested in the asset. Because if they can't resell it, if they don't know how to go about selling that asset to get,
I'm having a hard time. I got a client of mine, really great client of mine, but his business model is to purchase mobile home parks, but they're in very rural areas. And I've been working with the gentleman for some time, and I finally found some lenders that I could entertain his business model. But when you get a commercial loan, just because it's a commercial loan does not mean the lender is going to like it. What type of asset it is matters. That's what he's talking about right now. If you got an asset in a very rural area that's a mobile home park, not a lot of lenders want that in their asset book. So that's considered a little bit more of a high risk, regardless of how much value money that mobile home park is bringing, or so much experience the borrower has, or how high their credit score is. Again, two things only and two things only. How the hell are you going to pay this back, and what the hell is going to happen if you don't pay it back? The lender does not want that shit on their books. Correction. That stuff. Let me stop cursing, Brian. Okay? So, facts.
their money back. It's too much risk. They're not going to do it. So how much time are you going to spend on trying to help people acquire funding if you yourself don't know whether or not they're going to get approved? You're just going to keep sending out to other lenders and damaging.
That's a really good point. How long are you going to spend your time trying to, get these loans if you yourself don't even know if they're going to get approved? You have no idea, you glorified referral partner, if they're going to get approved or not. It's silly. It's you spinning your wheels. Okay. What is it here? I just bought my bonus child this gift for Christmas. What is it? God damn it. What the hell is that? That little rat that I got for her. A hamster. That's what it is. And you guys out here, every time I keep saying you guys are like spinning your wheels, I keep thinking about looking at that damn hamster. That thing it's got like a little toy, and that thing be spinning. Okay, it gets on this little toy, and that thing be going at it. Let me see. Look at that thing. This is what y'all doing. This is what y'all doing with your clients. This is what y'all doing. Look, this is the client, and this is you. This is you. This is what you're doing to your clients. Come on, man. All right. Sign up with Ryan. You don't even have to sign up with me. Sign up with Ryan. Sign up with somebody that knows what the hell you're talking about. Stop having your clients, in this little hamster wheel looking crazy.
Their credit because the inquiries, whether it's soft or hard pulls, doesn't matter. You're still damaging their credit, right? So this is not directed or aimed at any one individual, right? This is more aimed at
Really, Ryan. Come on now. You gotta have enough balls in that, Ryan. Come on, talk your stuff. Let me go ahead and play that again.
Right? This is more aimed at the programs.
This is not what?
Damaging their credit, right? So this is not directed or aimed at any one individual, right? This is more aimed at the programs that are selling blueprints because they're not properly educating people.
There's only one program that's selling a blueprint, Ryan. Okay, I don't know what else you're talking about.
As to how this industry works, and it's damaging to the economy. So for anybody out there that is wondering why their business that they built based on a blueprint that they bought is not working, this is why. This is just a high level of it, right? This is just the structure. The reality is you do not want to try to do this by yourself, okay? New entrepreneurs trying to do this without experience just doesn't make sense. There's a lot of nuance surrounding this field, okay? Different types of businesses, business owners, individuals doing business, all different ways to fund them, whether it's based on cash flow, it's based on an asset, all types of various products. Having somebody who's got experience.
You hear what he just said? That's the only issue that I have with you, Ryan. He focuses only on cash flow and asset-based products, which That's fine. I'm pretty sure he knows about credit card stacking. I know he knows about it. So at least he's aware about it. But that's just not his bread and butter. That's not what his cup of tea. Which is okay. I am opposed to that. I think you have to offer all three. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Experience who understands how these things work, help guide you and your client toward funding is what's needed to ensure that you accrue the knowledge you need through experience.
Absolutely.
You can be successful in this industry. And with that experience, then you can build a business. And that's the realistic way of doing things. In fact, it's the only way to do things and be successful. And anybody telling you different is just not telling you the truth. Okay? So that's the reality of the situation. Now, if you're looking to continue your education and your loan brokering journey, there's plenty of free information here on my YouTube channel, okay? But for anybody that is struggling, that is looking for support, you're looking for more information on how to make this work, you're looking for somebody to hold you and your clients by your hand and get your deals across the finish line, that's exactly what we do here at Ion Capital.
Shout out to Ryan. I'm going to go ahead and end it there, man. I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to react to one of your videos. Hopefully you remember our conversation that we had. Again, I appreciate your time. Appreciate what you do, what you've done in the industry. I'm coming at it with a different touch, but this is somebody that I would co-sign. Anybody that comes from his training, it's for sure knows something. These are not glorified referral partners. So again, Ryan, I appreciate you for giving me an opportunity to be petty beat. Again, I love being petty and kind of just exposing some of the stuff in this industry, just like you just did. Anyway, appreciate y'all for your time. Salute. I'm out.